Hello everyone, we're here at Golden Prince Hotel and we just finished our weekly BNI meeting for BNI investment chapter, and I'm here with a BNI member, DB Tillo. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, OJ. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so first question that I have for you is I'm the newest member of the BNI, and I'm doing this one-to-ones is because we have to get to know our chapter members, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and one of the things that we wanted to do, because my category here in BNI is media services, is that I want to document, my BNI journey. And one of the things that is actually part of the program is the one-to-ones. And this is part of the one-to-ones, but with a twist because we are documenting it, and for other people who are interested in BNI or interested in entrepreneurship to also have a glimpse of what it is to be a BNI member. All right, so let's get right to it. So my first question for DB is, what is life, before BNI, before entrepreneurship? What was your background? You can go as way back as your childhood years, or it depends on you. So what kind of life is that before all this?
Okay, first of all, I'm a registered nurse. I graduated as a Bachelor of Science in Nursing and took the board exam, and I was able to do practice in nursing healthcare, specialized in ICU and ER. So I was an ER and ICU nurse for 2 years.
Wow.
So why ICU? ICU is because I'm into gadgets, so I feel like in ICU, this is where you get to play with the toys, but this involves lives. So this is where you get to operate the ventilators, monitors will be able to see the vital signs, able to use some sophisticated equipments to saving the lives of people, especially the one that are in constant monitoring. And also, I was also exposed to the emergency room as an ER nurse. The reason why I was exposed there because I want action. As young blood as I am, I want to be in front of action, even though the risk is high, but the reward is so great. Was able to, of course, save a lot of people as well. Was able to see some worst cases as well, and was able to have small victories in myself because from seeing people who are really having hard time breathing to reviving them and then sending them back to their family. It's such a very rewarding experience.
Okay, being a devil's advocate here, how about those times that you weren't able to revive, or does that happen to you as well, and was it hard for you as a professional to undergo that experience? Of course, the successes are highs of the highs, right?
Yeah.
How about those the other side of the spectrum?
Yeah, good question. Thank you. It's part of life. Death is part of life, and as a nurse, you must accept the fact that sometimes things happen, and God allows things to happen as well. As a person who have limited capabilities, even though you have the talent, you have the skills, you have the technology in your hands, it all depends upon the author of life, which is God, that sometimes you do what you can, you administer everything that you think is the best decision, you give care to your patient just to help them in their health. But at the end of the day, if it's God's will for that person to be alive, he will be alive. And if it's God's will for the person to be go to the afterlife, and that will be it. So I was able to accept the fact that there are things that are uncontrollable, just focus on the things that you can control.
Okay, after your stint as a nurse, what happened next? Uh, Walk us through your journey on discovering this organization. So how were you brought into BNI?
What really influenced me from being a worker to an entrepreneur is because I was able to encounter this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Are you familiar?
Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah.
Robert Kiyosaki. So, what really struck me is the cash flow
Okay.
quadrant. There are 4 types of people in the world, and I was thinking, if I will be an employee for the rest of my life, I will have limited income for the rest of my life, no matter what I do. No matter if I save millions, thousands of lives, my job will always be 8 hours, 12 hours per day. And my salary will just be the same. Going back and moving on, being a, what you call this, business owner or self-employed. I was also a self-employed, by the way.
So you mentioned that you are a nurse, and then you have a sideline in real estate, or was this after nursing, or was this parang ano siya?
Doing this on the side. Side hustle.
Okay. Take two. So you mentioned that you're a nurse and you're doing a side hustle in real estate. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. All right. So can you talk to us about that? Being a nurse and real estate, how it came to be?
Yeah, because being influenced by the book of Robert Kiyosaki, I must really transition myself from being at this quadrant to the other side, to the big quadrant, which is the business side. So, transitioning, I'm not really transitioning. What I'm doing is really side hustle. So I'm selling houses on the side because I have a friend broker. Because honestly, the salary of nurses in the Philippines are really low.
Yeah.
Overwork, underpaid. That's reality. So I'm doing side hustle on the side. After my shift is I distribute flyers in buses to friends as well, and then of course with the assistance of my broker as well. So after that, I was able to sell a couple of houses, and then after that, after doing nursing for 2 years, I finally jumped into real estate industry. I was a real estate
So you
salesperson.
quit nursing and
Yes.
okay.
So after I get significant amount, income in real estate, I finally transitioned to myself as a
full-time-
salesperson,
full-time
real
real
estate
estate
salesperson. Yes. So I was able to help people get their dream unit, condominium unit. So that's what I do. I meet them, I talk to them, I interview them, I assist them, and give them a tour at my showroom. And if they decide to get the real estate, I'll be able to assist them, and I'll do the paperwork, all the dirty stuff for them. All they have to do is just sign a contract and sign the checks.
Well, was this natural to you selling or to be in business? Because nursing and transitioning to be a realtor, that's quite a leap, right? Like, how was that an inclination for you to become an entrepreneur or have a background in sales? How was it? Did you learn it or was it natural born?
I learned it. When I was a kid, I was taught how to sell ice candy,
Okay.
even pandesal. To the point that I was so young that time, I don't know how to make change.
Okay.
I just, it's just like an honesty. You get the ice candy, and here's my change and my money and everything, and you'll be the one to, do the sukli or the
Okay.
change. So I was able to do that, and in high school, I was able to sell books during my summertime.
Okay.
I was able to, you know, sell books to help in my studies as well.
So, do you think that sales is really a vital or a very important skill when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Yes, because as an entrepreneur, you really have to sell an idea.
Right.
So you have to convince people, educate them of what you do and how can you add value to the people around you.
Okay.
So selling is just will come naturally so long as you educate the person that you're meeting with.
Okay. And that comes to my next question is that you ventured into entrepreneurship, particularly in real estate sales. Now, how were you able to encounter BNI as an organization?
Yeah. A friend of mine invited me. He's connected with St. Peter's Life Plans.
Okay.
And he told me that, Dibs, maybe you'll be interested. You'll be meeting people who are business-minded, business owners, top executives, and professionals. And being in sales, like, why not?
Right.
And I will go. Yes, I will go. Because, in sales, you really have to meet people, prospect them, and then, hopefully, you'll be able to convert them to sale. So I said yes to him. But the next question is, what time?
Right.
He told me that be there as early as around 6:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. I was like, this guy must be crazy. I told him, like, in my head, like, who would come 6 a.m.,
Right.
6:30 a.m. just to do business or network? Only crazy people will do that.
Right.
But at the back of my mind, I was thinking, like, if I don't show up at that meeting, if these are business owners, professionals, and top executives are going there just to network and have business, then I must be something missing really, really big. So I really did come at 6 a.m. I arrived at the parking area around 6 a.m. but I didn't, went to the hotel to the meeting right away. I waited till 6:30, something like that, and then I arrived, and I was blown away. At 6:30, the lobby is already full. People are doing open networking. I was like, wow, these people are serious. And then I was introduced to the president, their vice president, the secretary, and everybody in the hall that I could ever imagine. All are supportive, all are active, all are eager to learn more about my industry and my services. I was even able to get a lot of business cards during that time on the open networking. And that's it. The meeting that hasn't started yet.
Right.
That was like 6:30 to 7 a.m. only. I was blown away.
So even before the meeting started, you're already blown away by this organization.
Yes.
Just seeing the open networking and being introduced to all these business people.
Yes.
Right, okay. And what was the exact trigger that you said to yourself that you want to join this organization? What was that? What was that for you personally? That okay, I'm gonna pay the fee and join. So because for others that's like the main concern, right? Is to pay a one-time fee and be a member of this organization because either way we would have probably hundreds or thousands of members already if there's no fee involved, right? But
True.
But how were you able to take that leap and having an abundant mentality to take that and see for yourself? When did that happen?
Yes, of course. Thank you for question. Yeah. During the meeting,
Okay.
so they started at exactly 7 a.m. So we were guided at our special seat. And I saw that there is a 20-point agenda. Like, these people are really damn serious about business. And then I'll listen. I was like distracted, like, what I'm doing here, why I'm here or something. But everybody is so informative. They talk what they're doing, what are their roles in the chapter, and how are they contributing to the growth of the chapter, and how are they contributing for the growth of each member for their business. So being able to attend all sorts of business networking for quite some time, I've never been in a serious business organization that's really focused on the business. People in a business setting, in a normal setting, like in a party, you can do whatever you want. Like people can go there with different agenda. Example, they can go there for free drinks.
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
They can go there to see some beautiful ladies, or you can pitch your cause.
Right.
What is your advocacy? You can pitch that, or you can pitch your what you do, your services. But these are things that you still have to figure out during the party. But during BNI meeting, you go there, you get business card, you receive referrals, and you give business referrals. So during the time when the business card was passed, I was able to get this business card this thick.
Okay.
Never in my life I was able to get that business card that thick in just one setting, in just less than an hour. I was able to get that kind of business
Probably
card.
more than 50 people.
Yes, more than that. And sincere, honest people who are really willing to help you grow your business. So I was thinking, this is the organization that I'm really looking for. I know what is a opportunity. It's right there beside me. All I have to do is grab this by the horns, ass up.
Yeah.
So that's why I really signify to join the chapter and put in number 1. But there's a problem.
What was that?
That time, there's already someone who's already a member, who's offering the same services as what I have.
Can you expound on that? What do you call that? Lock out your competition, right?
Yes.
Lock out your competition, because in BNI, there's only one member per business category,
Yes.
right? So can you expound on that more, on how that works per chapter?
Yeah. During the meeting, the secretary was able to report and was able to tell us that this is the amount for the membership. It doesn't matter to me because I know the value of the organization that could give me.
Right.
And during the time, was able to fill out the application form, and then I put number 1, meaning I really want to join ASAP.
Right.
I mean, right now. Interview me now. I want to join. I'll ready the money within a week or 2 days from now. That fire. However, BNI has a rule that they have to have one person in the chapter. It must be one person offering one service or product. It must be unique, no duplication. Unfortunately, that time when I signified I want to join, there's already a person, like I said, that's already been offering the same services that I have, and it's already locked out.
Real estate.
Real estate, yes, in real estate.
Okay.
So she already locked out the chapter, meaning I can no longer come in
Right.
because she's already paid, she's already a member, and she's offering the same services that I have. And my next question was, what's the next chapter? Because I want to join.
Right.
Because I don't want to I don't want to lose this business. I don't want to lose this network because this is such an opportunity for me. So they say that they talk to me in private that we're about to open. That's the good news. Mm-hmm. They're about to open 3 more chapters that time.
Okay. So this was the first chapter you were talking about.
I attended the first chapter.
Okay.
And then they're planning to put up 3 more chapters. And I will say, which chapter has about to launch
Okay.
that has almost complete members that they're about to launch that has an open category just like my services.
So you,
Put me there.
You are part of the investment chapter core group.
Yes.
Okay.
Proud.
Yeah,
Proudly.
nice. And today you had quite a transition from real estate and the business that you have right now. Okay, so before we talk about your business, let's have a break for our sponsors. And we're back. Still here with a very good friend of mine, DB Tillo. And before we went into break, we were going to talk about his current business right now and then the current business category that you have here in our chapter in BNI Investment. And so can you talk more about the current products and services that you're offering our members and your clients?
Thank you for your question. My product is actually for the rich and the famous, but that was before. Right now, it can be accessed by the masses already. So what I'm trying to say is, the masses or the common people can now have access to live stem cell therapy.
What is live stem cell therapy exactly?
Yeah, it's a therapy where people get to enjoy. Before, it was for the rich and the famous. So basically, if they want to retain their youthful glow, especially for the famous, they want to retain their, healthy skin, youthful glow. They want to retain their vitality, their vigor. If you're a politician, money is an issue to you, you can have stem cell therapy. It can also significantly increase your health, improve your health significantly. What I'm trying to say is, from being sick, you can be very, very well.
Wow, that's quite a product.
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, why did you choose this kind of product that you're offering right now and transition from real estate to going into here? Well, why is it that you are advocating for this kind of product?
Yes, thank you. Real estate, it pays lots. It pays a lot, and your efforts will be truly rewarded. So long as you work hard for it, you'll have money. But while doing this for the past 3+ years, I asked myself, is this really I really want to do? Having a background in healthcare, I've seen people really getting sick, affected with 10 top killers. Example, diabetes, heart disease, liver disease, lung cancer, etc. I mean, I see people from being a very productive person in the community suddenly become a liability. It's because of their health. So people right now are neglecting so much of their health and they need help. People are still eager to get back in shape, but they lose hope. The product that they're using or the treatment that they're using currently right now is not as effective. What they do is just they maintain them, but that doesn't necessarily heal them. So stem cell is a therapy where they can have a chance in life, a chance in health, a chance for them to get back in shape. What I'm trying to say is, by introducing new sets of healthy cells, they can regrow their organ as well.
Wow. All right. Okay. So let me ask you this, and we went to deep dive to the product and services that you offer. If you are, have a time machine and go back, what would you advise your 20-year-old self?
Yeah, my advice for my 20-year-old self, if I were to time travel, is to never stop learning. Have a lifelong learning attitude, learn new things, be open-minded, be an empty cup. What I'm trying to say is, when you get to meet people, be introduced to a certain information, be an empty cup where people could fill in information so that you'll absorb everything. So be an empty cup, absorb all the information, and use it for your advantage.
Okay, great. And how about tips for people who wants to go into business? What are your advice for them?
People who want to venture to business is number one is study the industry that you want to venture into, because it's never easy to be like transitioning from being an employee to self-employed to businessman to an investor. This needs time, effort, and lots of money for your seed money or your capital. So without learning, without studying your craft or the industry that you're about to venture, you'll be a guaranteed casualty of the industry, because not everybody will be successful, because you will be faced with constant challenge, left, right, front, back, you name it. Being an entrepreneur will challenge you to the point that you'll question yourself, am I doing the right thing? But if your why is so weak, you'll falter, you'll fail. Not even that, you'll go bankrupt. You'll borrow money to your friends, your family, to the bank. You can never repay them because you didn't study, you didn't do your homework, and then instead of these things happening, you preventing them by learning other people's experience. So you don't have to experience everything of this. Learn from others people's mistakes. Read from the books. Read from people. Listen to podcasts during traffic. Listen to people who are really successful. People who've been there, done that. Yeah, you can learn from this, and so that you'll never ever repeat the same mistake that they did before.
Wow, this is very profound. And one thing that I would also want to share from, of course, I think BNI members would be the one to view or to watch this kind of episode, right? Of this vlog or podcast, or listen to this podcast. Then let me inform you that DP is a gold member.
Thank you.
Right, a BNI gold member. And okay, can you tell us what a gold member is and how are you able to achieve that honor, and how were you able to get those members to sign in?
Yes. So I have this here, as you can see, BNI Gold Club member. So meaning I was able to convert minimum of 6 people to sign up for BNI. But there might be 6 converts, but I've invited hundreds of them. Why? I'm passionate of what I'm doing. I'm passionate of BNI. This is so great news. BNI is a good news, and it must be told to people. Right. Your friends, your colleagues, people that you meet. Tell them that there is a word of mouth organization. There is a business referral organization where they can grow their business. People that are really sincere in helping you grow your business. People that are really rooting for your success. People that are celebrating with you. People that are genuine. People that are like your second family, but this time they're helping you grow your business by giving you qualified referrals. So I might have 6 converts, but I've invited hundreds of them, and 6 only said yes. And I have another one for the 7th member. He already paid for membership.
Wow.
Because he wants to lock out his competitor. Wow. Just like me, he was also blown away by BNI.
Nice. All right. So let's go to the portion wherein the official one-to-one. Okay. So before all of this, the interview and everything, that was just part of the podcast. But this time would be the real one-to-one, which is also very structured, right? And for me, being the newest member, I want you to take the lead on this, on doing gains. So I actually have my código here on what gains is. All right. So how do we do this? You normally do the one-to-ones.
So you at least first ask, what are my goals? So
Okay. Yes, right.
I ask you, you ask me.
Yeah, the usual way, so that because this would be my official first, right? Na one-to-one.
So you ask me first, or I ask you first?
Yeah, whichever. Sabi, in this portion, you take the lead.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the lead. All right.
All right.
So, being a member for almost 2 years, so I'll do the honors. So, OJ, tell me, what are your goals for revastaff.com?
Forever staff.
Short term, long term.
Long term, I want to be a tech billionaire, right? So I don't know if that's Reva staff or something else, but definitely because businesses evolve, right? So especially in the scene of technology, we're playing in the startup technology startup world. You never know what the next big thing is. But what I know is I want to be part of that, whether it's gonna be Reva staff or something else, or some other startup that acquire us, or a big company, Facebook would acquire us, and I don't really know. As long as I'll be part of that revolution, the technological revolution that would be able to change lives, and for the better, of course. So whether it's because right now we're venturing to VR, we're venturing to machine learning, but eventually we don't know what the future will look like. Whether we want again, if you want to get $1 billion, then I think we have to impact 1 billion lives, and because that's always it. The long-term goal is not really monetary. Monetary is just score, just keeping the score.
Yeah.
But that means that you have impacted lives of your employees, lives of the families of your employees, and of course the lives of your customers and the suppliers that you have. So for long term, that's it. For short term, I want Reva staff to be a household name, and we are actually pivoting to become a media services company, media agency, because before it was very heavily ventured into property tech and VR. But right now we saw the space that what we're offering is half-baked because of the distribution channels that the market is not yet ready for this kind of technology, especially locally. So short-term, information dissemination for consumers to learn more about what we're doing. That's why we're doing this podcast. We're doing a lot of content for the services that we're doing, and then at the same time, I figure that if we can do this for our company, why not offer these services to our BNI members as well, and also to talk to you guys about what you're doing, and because if there would be several different media channels, especially social media platforms right now, that the audience could be your customer, could be somebody that you would be able to inspire, somebody that you would be able to impact, and from Facebook to Twitter to TikTok, so whatever that platform would be in the future, and all these content that we generated in 2019, and I just know that this would be the way to go. That all businesses would need a distribution channel to convey their messages, and because there's a lot of business out there, and you just need to convey your message to your customers and your suppliers, and to maybe business partners. And I think that's the one thing that we cannot commoditize. Is communication. Everything can be automated, but to communicate, to do a one-to-one, that's something that you cannot do at scale unless you do the work. So I think that's our long-term and short-term goal for.
Thank you for sharing your long-term and short-term goals for revastaff.com. So how about your achievements so far? Where are you right now? And
should I ask you about your goals? Oh, sorry, or do you have, I have to finish? All right, yeah, okay.
What are your achievements so far with regards to your business? What have you achieved currently?
For our business, we're one of the tech startups that are getting traction, especially here in Cebu. The TI invited us to Startup Island to be part of that incubator program for tech startups. That says a lot about the services and products that we offer. That no government agencies has took their time and effort to look into us and to mentor us because we're just 18 months old. Okay,
Wow.
So that means we're an infant as a business, right? So if you're looking at it, we're a baby.
But
as a
how's the
business.
growth so far?
Yeah, we have been growing 300% from last year, and we're doing about $10,000 to $12,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and that's really good. That means there's money in the bank, and we are able to get to pay our employees rightfully and more than above minimum. Pay them in dollars, and that's really great that you see this staff members who's earning minimum wage before, and then right now they're actually doing quite well, especially in their families, and I think that's an achievement for me. That whatever my employees' achievements are my achievements as well. They are able to enjoy their lives and put their kids to a private school, put their kids in a private room in the hospital because their kid was sick. That's actually, they are not able to do that without this platform or without this business that we are doing. So, and them having to enjoy themselves because half of my employees are remote. They're working from their houses, and they have a lot of time for their families, and the productivity has never been better. So we're looking into not only disruption in the property tech space, but also on how we conduct our business. And our overhead is very low. Yeah, that's very low, and then that means that there's money.
Maximum
We will
profit.
be able to maximize our gains and our margins, and that's actually again, that's an achievement for me. That the achievement of my people who are under my care is actually how I see myself. Is I'm not actually their boss. It's like I ordered them around, but it's just at the end of the day, I'm the one looking for talents and even
Skills.
the money to pay them, right? So I'm actually they're actually my boss. It's the other way around because I'm actually working so that they would have, their salaries and things like that. So yeah, and we're always a people first organization. So I'm very proud of that. That this early on, we have embedded that in our culture. That we're always people first, and I think that has propelled us to where we are right now. No, I mean 18 months, but having 500, 600,000 pesos a month is not something to be it's not
be taken
easy,
lightly.
right? It's not to be taken lightly, and I'm very proud of that. We were able to do that.
Great.
And
Congratulations again for
Thank you.
being the Notable Network Award for inviting
Right.
5 visitors last month.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Didi.
So going back, let's go on to the more not so serious type. So tell me, what do you do for fun? What is fun for you?
Fun for me, I think my pet peeve would always be NBA 2K.
You
So
play it
it's-
using
yeah.
your console? What is your console?
Yeah, PS4 or even cell phone. Yeah, cell phone and lately, again, it's games. It's playing with my kid. Yeah. Before it was basketball and sports. Right now, I try to enroll to the gym again. Because I've gained so much weight over the past couple of years doing my tech startup. I gained like 50 pounds, right?
Really?
Yeah, for the past 18 months.
I haven't seen you in your con, bro.
Yeah, because it was just so stressful, and then we serve U.S. clients, so we work at night. So it's just eating and things like that. So right now I'm trying to get back into shape. So trying to do that for fun, which is not really during the first days.
Okay. Good luck on your membership.
Yeah. So I'm looking into into going back into another sport.
Which is?
I don't know yet. Probably not a team sport. Something that I can do on my own. Yeah. So because if I'm gonna go back and play basketball, then I need like 10 guys to play with, and then just to organize that and yeah.
It's already a
right.
challenge.
Yeah, challenge. So something on my own, something cool. I don't know yet, but I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
But mostly video games right now, yeah.
So video games. So okay, how about the network that you are exposed with? Aside from BNI, what are the type of networks you are exposed?
Yeah, I mean, as I've told you earlier, I'm very active in the tech startup scene in Cebu. Just recently, probably this year or late last year, I kind of immersed myself into that because that's where I'm playing. That's the industry I'm in. But in a social organization, I'm part of the Alpha Phi Omega fraternity. Yeah, so I have.
Is a Alpha Phi Omega is a what organization?
Fraternity.
Okay.
Yes. And I joined the Pi chapter in UST so when I was in college. There's a lot of chapters here in the Philippines, and here in Cebu there's also a lot. So mostly my social circle is my fraternity brothers. So then, unlike before, right now it's just occasional na lang if there's like anniversaries and such. But before,
special occasions.
Yeah, special occasion. Before it's like every day, no man. Right now, not
Healthy,
so much.
healthy lifestyle.
Yeah. Trying to. And the usual high school barkada, the socials, and then I try to be active as well in spiritual organization. My dad is part of the Opus Dei, so I try to attend their activities and also have something spiritual. So
I see. Yeah, to make it more holistic, diba?
Yeah, make it holistic.
Financial, spiritual, physical,
right, exactly.
Emotional.
And try to do that. I attend the weekly doctrine class, Catholic faith, and the monthly recollection, things like that. Is to keep me in line, right? Because I guess those are the networks that I am currently involved in. In the past, like organizations like Gawat Kalinga and Red Cross, I used to volunteer for them. But now, probably
Change of priorities.
Change of priorities. But right now, I wanted to be, because before I was the volunteer, right? Right now, I'm trying to be the donor now. Like,
wow.
I want to be like, okay.
That's a,
that's the aspiration.
To level up.
Because right now, we're the ones who's asking for donations, right? Right now, we want to be the one donating.
Great.
Turn of events, right?
Thank you. So, lastly, what is your skills? What are you really good at? What is your, if we talk about OJ, who is he? What is he really good at?
I think first and foremost, I'm a communicator. I am able. My wife always says that, if we argue, I always win in the logical sense. But of course, she always wins because once they won't talk to you, even if you have the most logical argument, the most scholastic argument that you would be able to come up with, the most philosophical, but once your wife won't talk to you, that's it, man. You already lost, right? So that's, I think, primarily I'm a communicator, and I try to hone that skill, and try to impart, the knowledge that I have and through this platform, and see that people would also be able to communicate, because I'm able to communicate my thoughts, and to be able to do that as well for other people who can't do it for themselves. So that I think that's one of my core skills, and another one would be, I think, of course, as a communicator, you are able to do really good in sales as well. So you will be able to communicate, educate people, and that's what sales is all about. So sales, I have also a very strong sales background, and at the same time, I think I would be able to relate to people. So that's why, I'm able to get along with a lot of people, and I think that's also skill in business and in life, that you're able to get along and not to look like a dick, right? So that's yeah. So I just maximize on those
Your talent.
Right.
All right. I think that's pretty much it. And thank you for your time, OJ. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks. So at this point,
OJ Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, of revastaff.com.
thank you.